Swadikap. Good evening. The Television Pool of Thailand brings you to the live transmission of the Royal Merit Making Ceremony for the royal remains of Her Royal Highness Princess Bajrakitiyabha Narendiradebyavati, กรมหลวงราชสารินีสุริพัฒน์มหาวชรราชธิดา on the third day following the passing of Her Royal Highness, to be held at the Piman Rattaya Hall within the ground of the Grand Palace, Bangkok. For people in Thailand, you can watch this program narrated in English if your television set has a dual language system, or via the website prd.prd.go.th and the Facebook NBT World. My name is Captain Dr. Yongyut Mayalab, and I shall be the narrator in English language for this live telecast. For today, Their Majesties the King and Queen will preside over the merit-making ceremony and the chanting of the Abhidhamma for the royal remains of Her Royal Highness Princess Bajrakitiyabha Narendiradebyavati. At around 6:50 p.m. Thai time, Their Majesties the King and Queen will travel by royal motor vehicle accompanied by Her Royal Highness Princess Siriwanri Narirat Rajkanya and His Royal Highness Prince Tipankon Rasmi Chod Mahawachi Rotamangul Sri Vibun Rajakuman, departing from Amponsathan Residential Hall to Sit Palace for Piman Rattaya Hall in the Grand Palace. At approximately 7 p.m., the royal motor vehicle will arrive here at the Crystal Wall Gate of the Sit Mahaprasad Throne Hall beside Rajakaranya Sabha Hall. They will ascend the Mukrasan staircase of Piman Rattaya Hall to enter Piman Rattaya Hall. Her Majesty the Queen will stand before the royal seat. His Majesty the King will proceed to light incense sticks and candles at the two-tiered gold pedestal worship set in homage to the Buddha image representing the day of birth of Her Royal Highness Princess Bajrakitiyabha. He will then pay homage, and His Majesty will then proceed past the members of the royal family and government officials in attendance to light incense sticks and candles at the worship set before the beds of the Prapiti-tham monks chanting the Abhidhamma on the eastern and western sides of Piman Rattaya Hall. His Majesty will receive the homage of those in attendance and will take his royal seat. The Prapiti-tham monks will then chant the Abhidhamma, and upon completion of the 4 rounds of the Abhidhamma chanting, officials will invite one ecclesiastical dignitary who will offer the Adirek, and 8 Prapiti-tham monks who chant the Abhidhamma to take their seats at the monks' platform. All being ready, His Majesty the King will then proceed to present monks' robes. The monk will then respond by performing the funeral rite, and His Majesty the King and Her Majesty the Queen will perform the pouring of dedicatory water. The monks will then offer blessings, offer the Adirek, the commendation of the good deeds made, and offer a farewell blessing, and will depart from the hall. And that will be the end of the royal merit-making ceremony for today. Here you can see the interior of the Piman Rattaya Hall within the ground of the Grand Palace in Bangkok. The name Piman Rattaya may be translated as the celestial mansion of the night, or a place that provides comfort and happiness comparable to dwelling in a heavenly palace during the night. Historically, Pratinang Piman Rattaya served as a royal bedchamber for the king, and on certain occasions for members of the royal family. So you can see the royal urn of the royal remains of Her Royal Highness being placed underneath the 7-tiered white umbrella of state, which is placed high above. And on the 13th of June 2026, during the religious rites taking place on that particular day, the first day following the passing of Her Royal Highness, here at the Piman Rattaya Hall in the Grand Palace, His Majesty the King instructed an official from the Bureau of Royal Scribes and Royal Decorations, Secretariat of the Cabinet, to read the royal command elevating the honors of Her Royal Highness Princess Bajrakitiyabha. His Majesty also directed officials to place a 7-tiered white umbrella of state over the royal urn as a mark of honor. Her Royal Highness Princess Bajrakitiyabha Narendiradebyavati กรมหลวงราชสารินีสิริพัฒน์มหาวชรราชธิดา was the eldest child of His Majesty the King. The princess was His Majesty's only daughter, born to Her Royal Highness Princess สมสวลีกรมหมื่นสุทธนารีนาถ former consort to the King. Her Royal Highness was the first grandchild of His Majesty King Bhumibol Adulyadej the Great or King Rama IX and Her Majesty Queen Sirikit the Queen Mother. She had one younger sister, Her Royal Highness Princess Siriwanwari Narirat Rajakanya, and one younger brother, His Royal Highness Prince Tipankon Rasabichod. Born as Her Royal Highness Princess Bajrakitiyabha on Thursday, the 7th of December 1978, at Ampon Villa, Dusit Palace in Bangkok, the princess was granted the new title as Her Royal Highness Princess Bajrakitiyabha Narendiradebyavati on the 5th of May 2019. She was elevated to Her Royal Highness Princess Bajrakitiyabha Narendiradebyavati กรมหลวงราชสารินีสิริพัฒน์มหาวชรราชธิดา on the 28th of July 2019 by His Majesty the King. Her Royal Highness started her schooling at kindergarten level at Rajini School, where she also received primary and lower secondary education. The princess pursued her high school education at Heathfield School in Ascot, United Kingdom, and at Chitlada School in Bangkok. In 2001, Her Royal Highness received her LLB degree, second-class honor, from the Faculty of Law, Thammasat University, and a BA in Political Science, first-class honors from Sukhothai Thammathirat Open University. She obtained Barrister at Law from the Thai Bar Association in 2004. Later, Her Royal Highness received Master of Laws or LLM and Doctor of the Science of Law JSD from Cornell University in New York. On completion of her doctorate, the princess worked briefly at the Thai Permanent Mission to the United Nations in New York before returning to Thailand. After her graduation, Her Royal Highness worked as public prosecutor at the Office of Attorney General in Bangkok and in Udon Thani, and later Pattaya, Nong Bua Lampu, and Rayong. She also served as Thai ambassador to Vienna, Austria from 2012 to 2014, and as special lecturer for the Master of Laws program at the Faculty of Law, Thammasat University in 2019. Her Royal Highness was appointed the King's close bodyguard in early 2021 and later Chief of Staff at the King's Close Bodyguard Command. The Princess was the chairperson for a scholarship program granted to those wanting to pursue their studies for the Master of Laws degree at Cornell Law School. Her Royal Highness also established the Bajrakitiyabha Scholarship Program for Legal Studies, offered to graduates in law who also obtained Barrister at Law from the Thai Bar Association. Her Royal Highness had a particular interest in the lives of female prison inmates, with an emphasis on pregnant inmates and children attached to female detainees. She initiated the Inspire Project, known in Thai as Kamlang Chai Project. It aims to extend help and give encouragement to those who made mistakes in their lives and were brought to justice, and those groups of people who lack opportunity and need help to return to society as decent citizens. The princess, referred to as Princess Pa among the Thai people, also initiated the Friends in Need of Pa Volunteers Foundation to help those suffering from natural and man-made disasters, especially floods. The foundation is run through the Thai Red Cross Society. Her Royal Highness' dedication, compassion, and love for the people will forever be remembered with gratitude. May the Princess rest in eternal peace. So, at the beginning of her humanitarian work in 2001, she visited the Central Women's Correctional Institution, which marked the beginning of her concern for the welfare of female inmates. A major inspiration came from the teaching of her royal grandfather, His Majesty King Bhumibol Adulyadej the Great, who taught that the people are of utmost importance, especially vulnerable groups, women, and children. In 2005, she undertook training in multilateral diplomacy at the Permanent Mission of Thailand to the United Nations in New York, and she participated in the 60th session of the United Nations General Assembly, working in the third committee, comprising the social, humanitarian, and cultural affairs, including human rights and refugees, and the sixth committee involving legal affairs. In 2008, she was appointed Goodwill Ambassador of the United Nations Development Fund for Women, or UNIFEM, to promote efforts to combat violence against women. She initiated the Enhancing Lives of Female Inmates Project, or ELFI, later become Kamlang Chai Project under Royal Initiative, which later became the foundation for the development of the Bangkok Rules. In 2010, the Bangkok Rules, an international standard specifically addressing the treatment of women prisoners, were adopted by the United Nations General Assembly. In 2012, she was appointed Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of Thailand to Vienna and Permanent Representative of Thailand to the United Nations and other international organizations in Vienna. She served as chairperson of the 21st session of the Commission on Crime Prevention and Criminal Justice, or CCPCJ. Throughout her one-year term as chairperson, she attended every meeting without absence. So there are many activities and achievements that Her Royal Highness have experienced. There are some individuals whose influence cannot be measured by the positions they held, the honors they received, or the titles by which they were known. Their true greatness is found in the lives they changed, the hope they inspired, and the compassion they shared with others. Her Royal Highness Princess Bajrakitiyabha Narendiradebyavati, กรมหลวงราชสารนีสิริพัฒน์มหาวชิรราชธิดา was such a person. Throughout her life, Her Royal Highness chose to stand beside those whom many seldom noticed, the vulnerable, the disadvantaged, the forgotten, and those struggling to find their place in society. She saw beyond circumstances and recognized the humanity within every individual. Where others saw mistakes, she saw potential. Where others saw despair, she saw the possibility of renewal. Where others saw barriers, she sought pathways to opportunity. Her Royal Highness possessed a rare combination of intellectual brilliance and genuine compassion. She understood that lasting change requires both wisdom and action. Whether working in the fields of law, justice, diplomacy, public welfare, or humanitarian service, she approached every responsibility with dedication, humility, and unwavering commitment to the common good. Today, the world joins Thailand in mourning the passing of Her Royal Highness Princess Bajrakitiyabha, a princess whose influence extended far beyond the borders of her homeland. While deeply devoted to the welfare of the Thai people, Her Royal Highness also dedicated her life to build bridges among nations advancing human dignity and promoting justice through international cooperation. You can see here various decorations Her Royal Highness has received during her life. Many royal decorations, and these are the royal utensils accompanying the royal status of Her Royal Highness. The United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, Regional Office for Southeast Asia and the Pacific expressed profound sorrow over the passing of Her Royal Highness. In an official condolence message, UNODC management and staff recognized the late Prince's lifelong dedication to improving lives across Thailand, especially among the most vulnerable. Her Royal Highness was deeply committed to the well-being of those in the justice system and was a leading advocate for the rule of law and a justice process grounded in human dignity. Her efforts advanced international standards for the treatment of women prisoners and non-custodial measures for women offenders, known as the Bangkok Rules, which continue to benefit women worldwide. As the UNODC Goodwill Ambassador for the rule of law in Southeast Asia, the late Princess was recognized as a passionate advocate for judicial integrity and reform. The regional office noted that her dedication inspired people in Thailand, throughout Southeast Asia, and around the world. According to article on thairat.co.th website, UNICEF expressed condolences on the passing of Her Royal Highness Princess Bajrakitiyabha. The Thai people in all sectors of society have joined in expressing their condolences on the passing of Her Royal Highness, who was dearly beloved by the Thai people. On this occasion, UNICEF Thailand has joined in mourning the passing of Her Royal Highness. Throughout the years, Her Royal Highness devoted herself wholeheartedly to advocating for children's rights and supported UNICEF in improving the quality of life of children and women in Thailand, particularly those belonging to the most vulnerable groups. UNICEF Thailand joins the people of Thailand in mourning this great loss. Her dedication and commitment in carrying out royal duties for the benefit of the Thai people will continue to serve as an example and as inspiration to all of us as we work together to build a better society for children. At the same time, UNICEF Thailand released a video of remarks by Her Royal Highness Princess Bajrakitiyabha on children's rights, delivered on the occasion of the 30th anniversary of the Convention on the Rights of the Child. Part of the remarks in Thai stated that 30 years ago, the international community made history by adopting the Convention on the Rights of the Child as the human rights treaty with the highest number of ratifications in the world. The Convention on the Rights of the Child has stood the test of time. On this special occasion, I wish to commend the commitment of all those involved at every level, including UNICEF, in protecting the rights of children. Her Royal Highness said that we must continue to work together and remain committed to securing a brighter future for them. Every child must be able to live in an environment that is equitable, safe, hygienic, prosperous, and sustainable. They must have access to quality infrastructure and services, including healthcare, nutrition, and education. States have the responsibility to ensure these rights and access to such services for every child. However, she said that we must not forget that many challenges still lie ahead. While the vision of ensuring that children are happy and healthy remains important, it is concerning that children in many parts of the world, including Thailand, continue to be affected by physical abuse and various forms of violence. Such problems must not be allowed to continue. We must recognize that child development is an important component of the Sustainable Development Goals. we must create an environment of peace, justice, and equality for children. Every child should be able to grow up with dignity and develop to his or her full potential. We must respond to these expectations in an integrated manner. We must place children at the center of our efforts because building an effective child protection system has never been easy. We therefore need to make full use of the participation of all stakeholders. So that part of the statement made by Her Royal Highness Princess Bajrakitiyabha Narendiradebyavati กรมหลวงราชสารนีสิริพัฒน์มหาวชิรราชธิดา In the video of remarks made by Her Royal Highness, here's an elegy for Her Royal Highness Princess Bajrakitiyabha. In reverence, we bow today to honor her in humble way, a princess true of noble grace, whose kindness shown in every place.
Liệp, út, phải, hắn, út, dốc, ốc, ấp, dốc, ốc, ấp.
The royal motorcade of Their Majesties the King and Queen has now arrived at the Grand Palace. The motor vehicle arrived at the crystal wall gate of the Dusit Mahaprasad Throne Hall beside Rajakaranya Sabha Hall. Their Majesties the King and Queen will then ascend the Mukrasan staircase of Piman Rattaya Hall to enter the hall. In reverence, we bow today to honor her in humble way, a princess true of noble grace, whose kindness shown in every place. Her gentle light spread far and wide, with love and mercy as its guide. The hearts of people, near and far, were touched by her bright guiding star. A precious gift from heaven above, a source of hope, a gift of love. But now her earthly days are done, her journey to the heavens begun. The people bow with loyal hearts, though grief and sorrow fill their paths. Yet ever shall her virtue stay and light our path from day to day. We hold her grace in memory deep, a sacred trust our hearts shall keep. So we can see here the outside view of Piman Rattaya Throne Hall. Historically, it served as a royal bedchamber for the king and on certain occasions for members of the royal family. During the reign of King Vajirabhut Rama VI, the Throne Hall was also used as a gathering place for royal associations and as a venue where royal decorations and honors were bestowed upon members of the royal family and ladies in waiting. Their Majesties the King and Queen have now arrived within the hall of Piman Rattaya Throne Hall, accompanied by Her Royal Highness Princess Siriwanwari Narirat Rajaganya and His Royal Highness Prince Tipankon Rasmi Chod Mahawachirottamangul Siriwibun Rajakumar. His Majesty the King lighted incense sticks and candles at the two-tiered gold pedestal worship set in homage to the Buddha image representing the day of birth of Her Royal Highness Princess Bajrakitiyabha. He paid homage and now proceeds past the members of royal family and government officials in attendance to light incense sticks and candles at the worship tables before the beds of the Pratipiti monks, chanting Abhidhamma.
ตสังอภิธรรมัตถาสังกหังตัทธวุตตาภิธรรมมัตถาจตุธาปรมัตถะโตจิตตังเจตสิกังรูปังนิพพานามิติสัพบาทาอัตถทาโลภมูลานิโดสมุลานิจังดวิธาโมหมูลานิจังดเวติดวาดาสากุศลาสิยุงสัตตากุศลปากานิปุญญาปากานิอัตถะทานกริยาจิตตานิตินิติอัตถารสะเหตุการจตุปัญญาสัทธากาเมรูเปปันนรสีริเยจิตตานิดวาดาสารูเปอัตถทานโนตตาเรตาทาอิจจานุรุตธารจิเตงอาภิธรรมัตถาสังกเหปะธรรมโมปริตเชโดยยังสัมมาเสเนวานิตทิโตนิวารณา
จิตตาวาเสเนวัง
ปวัตติยโมดีริโตปวัตติสังฆโหนามังสันทิยันดานิวุตจติปุถุชนานาลับพันติสุทธาวาเสสุสัพบาทาโสตาปันนาจะสังกิดังกามิโนจาปิปุกกะลังอิทังมหักกตังปุญญังยะถาภูมิววัตทิตังชเนติสดิสังปากังปฏิสันทิปวัตติยังอารุปปัจจุติยาหนติเหตุที่มารุปปวัตชิตาปรมารุปปัสสันทิจังตถากาเมติเหตุการูปาวจรจุติยังเหตุรหิตาสิยุงสัพพกามติเหตุหังกาเมสเววะปะเน ฏิสันทิภวังกวีทิโยจุติเจหตถาภวันตะเรปุณสันทิภวังกมิตจายังปาริวัตตติจิตตาสันตติปฏิสังขายปเนตมัตทุวังอาทิกันตวาปดมัตจุตัมบุทังสุสมุตชินนาสิเนหบันทานังสามเมตสันติจิราญาสุบาตัง
อินจานุรุตทะระจิเต
โดยยังสัมมาเสเนวานิตหิโต
สังขารานอนิจจันติญา
Now invite one ecclesiastical dignitary who will offer the Adirek chanting, and 8 Prapititam monks who have just chanted the Abhidhamma to take their seats at the monks' platform. All being ready, officials will then spread the ceremonial connecting cloth known as Prapu Sayong on the surface of the monastic platform. His Majesty the King will then proceed to present monk robes as merit-making. He will then return to the royal seat, and the monks will then perform Sadappakorn, or the funeral rite. His Majesty the King and Her Majesty the Queen will perform the pouring of dedicatory water. The monks will then offer blessings, offer the Adirek, and offer farewell blessing, and will depart from the hall. As for the offering of the Adirek blessing, today the honorific monk who will be doing the offering of the blessing is Pratep Vachira Piman from Bawanivet Vihan Temple. The offering of the Adirek blessing refers to the special benedictory chant delivered by a senior monk, usually the presiding ecclesiastical dignitary, in honor of His Majesty the King or Her Majesty the Queen, when they graciously preside over merit-making ceremonies and other royal rites. The term Adirek derives from the Pali word Atireka, meaning beyond measure, greater than usual, or extraordinary. The tradition has several important characteristics. The chanting of the Adirek blessing is a special royal benediction believed to have existed since the Ayutthaya period. Explanations of this practice generally refer to royal traditions that have been continuously observed and recorded in announcements issued by the Bureau of the Royal Household. The chant begins with the Pali word Atire Vasatang Shivatu, which means, "May your Majesty live beyond 100 years. It is a blessing for long life, freedom from illness, and success in all undertakings." His Majesty the King is now offering saffron robes to all the 9 monks, As for the monks who serve as the Prapititham monks chanting the Abhidhamma, for this evening between 5:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. Honorific monks from Bawaniwet Vihan Temple and Saket Temple. Early on during the day, between 5:30 a.m. to 7:30 a.m., the monks came from Prachetupon Vimun Mangalaram Temple and Anungkaram Temple, and the session between 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. The monks from Prayun Wongsavat Temple and Mahathat Yuvarat Rangsarit Temple. His Majesty the King has now returned to the royal seat.
นิจจาวัตสังขาราอุปาทวยธรรมิโนอุปัชชิตวานิรุชันติเตสังอุปัสสโมสุโข
As the short prayer for the deceased known as Sadapakon, a Thai word devised from Pali and Sanskrit for the use in the case of members of royal family, equivalent to Bangsukun for the funeral of commoners. Officials are now folding back the Prapusayong in preparation for the next part of the chanting.
ยะถาวาริวหาปุราปริปุเรนติสาคารังเอวะเมวะอิโตทินังเปตานังอุปกัปปติอิชิตังปัฏฐิตังตุมหังคิปะเมวะสมิจฉตุสัพเพปุเรนตุสังกปาจันโทปนะระโสยะถามณิโชติระโสยะถาสัพพิติโยวิวัชชันตุสัมภโรวินาศตุมาเตภวัตวันตรายโยสุขีโสยาติ ยังสิโตเปตานปูชาจักตาอุลาราพลอนจะภิกขุนามานุปเทนังตุมเหหิปุญญังปัสสุตังอนาปกันติ
อติเรกวัสสตังชีวตุอติเรกวัสสตังชีวตุอติเรกวัสสตังชีวตุทีคายุโกโหตุอโรโคโหตุทีคายุโกโหตุอโรโคโหตุสุขิโตโหตุปรเมนธมหาราชาสัปรมราชินีสิทธิกิจจังสิทธิกัมมังสิทธิลาโภชโยนิจจังปรเมนธมหาราชวรัสสะปรมราชินียาสหภวตุสัพพทาขอถวายพระพร
ภวตุสัมมามังคลังราคันตุสัมภเทวตาพระพุทธานุภาเวนัสสัทธาโสทิภวันตุเตภวตุสัมมามังคลังราคันตุสัมภเทวตาสัพพธรรมานุภาเวนัสสัทธาโสทิภวันตุเตภวตุสัพพมังคลังราคันตุสัมภเทวตาสัพพสังฆานุภาเวนัสสัทธาโสทิภวันตุเต
Following the offering of the saffron robes to the monks and the chanting of the Sadapakon by the congregation of monks, the monks then offered the direct blessings, which is special blessing for their majesties, the king and queen, and offering a farewell blessing. They are now departing the hall. His Majesty the King will soon proceed to the front of the worship set, pay homage, and will then proceed to receive homage from those in attendance. You can see during the chanting that the monks were holding the fan of rank or patyot, which is the fan presented by a Thai king to a monk at the time of bestowment of a honorific title upon that monk. This serves as a royal tribute to the good deeds committed by the Sangha and also a symbol to identify the monk's honorific rank, similar to the way the decorations bestowed by king upon his officials and subjects would signify. You can see a moment ago the Buddha image associated with the birthday of Her Royal Highness Princess Bajrakitiyabha. She was born on a Thursday, and this is the Buddha image according to the day of her birth. And according to Thai tradition, the Buddha image associated with Thursday is the meditation posture Buddha. The Buddha is depicted seated in meditation with his legs crossed and his hands resting one upon the other in his lap, symbolizing enlightenment and the serenity of the mind. You have seen the offering the saffron robe. These are the cloth worn by the Buddhist monks and novices, one of the most recognizable symbols of the Buddhist faith. Its color, simplicity, and manner of use embody the central principles of the Buddha's teachings: renunciation, humility, and devotion to the path of enlightenment. The saffron orange-yellow color hue has deep historical and spiritual significance. The earliest monks in India, the bhikkhus, dyed their robes with natural substances such as tree bark, turmeric, or soil to give them dull, earthly tone. The color came to represent renunciation of worldly attachments and freedom from desire. Their Majesties the King and Queen, accompanied by members of the royal family, are now departing from the Piman Rattaya Hall. They will now proceed to Dusit Mahaprasad Throne Hall to pay royal homage before the royal remains of Her Majesty Queen Sirikit, the Queen Mother. Her royal remains are lying in state at the Dusit Mahaprasad Throne Hall, which is next door to the Piman Rattaya Hall that you are seeing in the picture now. Today, as Thailand mourns the passing of Her Royal Highness Princess Bajrakitiyabha Narendiradebyavati, we remember not only her distinguished service to the nation, but also her enduring commitment to the development of young people. Here within the Dusit Mahaprasad Throne Hall, you can see the royal urn for the royal remains of Her Majesty Queen Sirikit, the Queen Mother, being placed under the 90th Great White Umbrella of State with her royal photograph. On the left-hand side, there's a central shrine for the Buddha image according to the birthday of Her Majesty Queen Sirikit, the Queen Mother, placed under another 90th Great White Umbrella of State. This is the interior of Dusit Mahaprasad Throne Hall. The western section of this throne hall is where the royal urn of Her Majesty Queen Sirikit, the Queen Mother, is placed. Dusit Mahaprasad Throne Hall was built in the reign of King พระพุทธยอดฟ้าจุฬาโลก the Great, or Rama I, the founder of the royal house of Chakri. It's one of the two important buildings admired as gems of Thai architecture from the Rattanakosin period, and the only throne hall of typical Thai style in the Grand Palace compound. It was built on the site of the original Indrapisek throne hall, which was struck by a thunderbolt and destroyed by fire. Her Majesty Queen Sirikit, the Queen Mother's royal remains have been lying in state here since her passing, and every day royal merit-making ceremonies were conducted. Large number of members of the general public have opportunity to attend these royal merit-making ceremony.
วัดทาราม
Their Majesties the King and Queen are now departing from the hall of Dusit Mahaprasad Throne Hall. The outside of the Piman Rattaya Throne Hall, situated to the south of Dusit Mahaprasad Throne Hall, within the western section of the Mahamuntian group inside the Grand Palace complex. And it is connected to Dusit Mahaprasad Throne Hall by a structure known as the Mukrasan, or connecting pavilion. During the reign of His Majesty King Bhumibol Adulyadej the Great, or Rama IX, the Piman Rattaya Throne Hall was designated as the venue for the royal ablution ceremonies of His Majesty King Anantamahidol, or King Rama VIII. Also, Her Majesty Queen Sawangwatana, the Queen Grandmother, Her Majesty Queen Rampai Queen Consort of King Rama VII, Her Royal Highness Princess Srinakrindra, the Princess Mother, and the funeral ablution ceremonies of Her Royal Highness Princess Kalayaniwattana, กรมหลวงนราธิวาสราชนครินทร์ and Her Royal Highness Princess เพชรรัตนราชสุดาสิริโสภาพันวดี When His Majesty King Bhumibol Adulyadej the Great passed away, the royal ablution ceremony for His Majesty was likewise conducted at this throne hall in accordance with ancient royal tradition. As for Her Royal Highness Princess Bajrakitiyabha Narendiradebyavati, a particularly memorable expression of her support for the Scout movement took place on National Scout Day in 2019, commemorating the anniversary of the establishment of the National Scout Organization of Thailand. At the National Stadium in Bangkok, Her Royal Highness graciously presided over the ceremonial parade and Scout Promise ceremony, attended by Scouts, guides, Scout leaders, and youth representatives from across the kingdom. On that occasion, Her Royal Highness encouraged Scouts to uphold the values of good citizenship, discipline, responsibility, and service to society. Her message reflected a deep belief that young people are not merely the future of the nation. They are active contributors to its present and future well-being. For the thousands of Scouts gathered that day, her presence was both an honor and an inspiration. Her Royal Highness viewed the Scout movement as one of the nation's most important institutions for nurturing future leaders. She believed that leadership begins not with authority, but with character, not with privilege, but with responsibility. Through Scouting, young people learn to place the common good above personal interest, to respect others, and to dedicate themselves to the service of their communities and country. In many ways, her own life reflected the Scout Promise and Scout Law. She fulfilled her duties with unwavering dedication. Her Royal Highness demonstrated courage in times of challenge, compassion towards those in need, and a steadfast commitment to justice and public service. Through her example, she showed that true leadership is measured not by position or status, but by one's willingness to serve others. For generations of Thai Scouts, Her Royal Highness represented the highest ideals of servant leadership. She inspired young people to strive for excellence, to act with integrity, and to contribute positively to society. Her faith in the potential of youth encouraged countless young men and women to become responsible citizens and future leaders of the kingdom. Today, Scouts throughout Thailand join the nation in mourning the loss of a princess who believed deeply in their potential and invested her time, encouragement, and support in their development. Yet, even in this moment of sorrow, her legacy continues to live on in every Scout who chooses duty over convenience, service over self-interest, and compassion over indifference. As we bid farewell to Her Royal Highness, we remember a princess who saw in every young person the possibility of greatness and who devoted herself to helping them become the leaders of tomorrow. The name Bajrakitiyabha, meaning a radiance as brilliant as a diamond, is perhaps a reflection of her character and lifelong service. Wherever Her Royal Highness traveled, the compassion and goodwill she extended to others invariably shone forth for all to experience. Among the gentle memories cherished by many, Her Royal Highness grew up surrounded by the love and guidance of her mother, Her Royal Highness Princess Somsawali Kromamun Sutanarinat, who constantly instilled in her the principle, you must learn to help others. In addition to helping yourself, you must also help others. These simple words were not merely heard and forgotten, they gradually took root in her heart and became a steadfast commitment that she upheld throughout her life. Her Royal Highness Princess Bajrakitiyabha Narendiradebyavati was endowed with exceptional abilities in many fields, particularly in sports and in her service to the people. Her Royal Highness trained with determination and perseverance from an early age. She participated in the full marathon, distance of 42.195 kilometers in the Thai Health Promotion Foundation Jombung Marathon 2017 in Ratchaburi province, as well as in numerous other running events. Her Royal Highness demonstrated remarkable talent in equestrian sports. She participated in various equestrian competitions and presided over the opening ceremonies of the Princess Cup Thailand equestrian competitions on many occasions. Her Royal Highness led groups of visually impaired cyclists and volunteers in various activities, including the No One Left Behind Year 2 cycling event, You have been watching the live telecast of the Royal Merit-making ceremony for the royal remains of Her Royal Highness Princess Bajrakitiyabha Narendiradebyavati, กรมหลวงราชสารนีสิริพัฒน์มหาวชิรราชธิดา on the third day following the passing of Her Royal Highness, held at the Piman Rattaya Hall within the ground of the Grand Palace, Bangkok. Please follow our next telecast, which will be tomorrow, for the Royal Merit-making ceremony for the royal remains of Her Royal Highness on the fourth day following the passing of Her Royal Highness, starting at around 1850 hours Thai time. Television Pool of Thailand would like to thank you for watching this live transmission, and please join us again tomorrow. Your narrator has been Captain Dr. Yungyut Mayalab. สวัสดีครับ Goodbye.